Now, I'm sure some of you have noticed that it's been a little while since I've done a video. I think it's probably been 4 or 5 days at this point. But those of you who are really paying attention, especially if you follow me over on Instagram or if you pay attention to the Black Bear Forge page on Facebook, you know that I have been out of town at a Lie-Nielsen hand tool event. This event was in San Marcos, California at Palomar College. That's near San Diego. So it ended up being about a week-long trip by the time we drove out there, set up for the show, spent 2 days at the show, tore down, and then spent a few days driving home. So it has actually been more like 9 days since I've been in the shop making anything. My original plan, of course, was to do some sort of a vlog-style video while we were gone, maybe 2 of them. There really wasn't time, and there really wasn't that much that I could put into an entire video. Now, we did see some interesting ironwork. We visited Old Town San Diego and an old hacienda there, and it had a little bit of ironwork. Unfortunately, none of it was actually original to the building. All of the old hardware had been stripped out of the building before it was restored and turned into a historical site, so everything there is pretty much a reproduction. They also had an interesting blacksmith shop. The building they were using was an old livery stable at the time, and it has since been turned into a blacksmith shop to make it more interesting to the tourists, but it's still full of some wonderful old tools and a couple of great guys working in the blacksmith shop that were talking to the school children and the other tourists, so I didn't get much of a chance to talk to them, and you couldn't actually go into the shop. You had to stop at the door. So there just wasn't that much to do a good video about, and we've already done a video about the Lie-Nielsen hand tool events, and I'll link to that right up here if you haven't already seen what goes on at one of these hand tool events. As I've mentioned in past videos, these events are one of the places that I go to sell my product one-on-one with people. It's one of the few live events that I do. We do 2 or 3 of these a year, and that's really all I have time for. I spent most of the month of January getting ready for the event, and consequently we only did about 15 videos during January. Here it is February, and this is only the 2nd video, and it's probably going to be the 6th or the 7th before this one actually gets published. So that means from a video production view, I am way behind on getting videos out. My goal for 2019 was to try and do about 20 videos a month. I fell way short of that for January. So far for February, it's looking like I might have trouble getting that done. But I've also noticed, looking at the YouTube statistics, that my channel stats are way down as a result of not doing videos. At some point, that kind of levels out because there are so many viewers, so many subscribers, and so many previous videos that taking a little break and not being quite as productive doesn't really cause a big dip. The numbers just kind of stay steady in spite of taking a few days off. Apparently, we're not quite there yet on the channel. The only thing that kept the channel averages up was that one video on quieting the anvil that just went nuts earlier in the month of January, and that has completely died off. So views, watch time, all that are about half now of what they should be. So we're going to try and get a bunch more videos done in February. Now, besides needing to do a whole lot more videos in the month of February than I did in January, I'm also starting to take more customer orders. I'm getting into the wait list that I've talked about before. So customers who have been waiting 3, 4, 5 months for an opportunity to order something are now getting that opportunity to order, and I'm taking 4 or 5 orders at a time so that I can start making headway on that wait list. Those customer orders who I have contacted and said, yes, I'm ready to take your order, will take priority over doing the videos, but a lot of those orders will also make good videos. There's going to be another trivet. There'll be a double diagonal peen hammer similar to this one that we'll make from scratch. This one was done out of an existing hammerhead. So we'll do one for video that starts off with just a chunk of steel that wasn't a hammer to start with. Today, though, I am working on making a big batch of bottle openers. I promised a bunch of the Patreon patrons that I would make bottle openers for them. So I've got a bunch of these I need to do. Then I've got a bunch of the cord hooks that we have shown previously that I need to make for some of the other Patreon patrons. So I got a lot of this stuff to do. And at this point, that's really starting to be a priority because this has taken way longer than I thought it should have. But things are really getting back to normal here in the shop. Last year's backlog has been taken care of. The holiday season has passed, so I'm not worried about that anymore. The Lee Nielsen Tool Show, which was the only midwinter event I had planned. In fact, I don't think I have any events planned for early spring. So I got several months without any big obligations other than just moving forward in the shop. So hopefully we're going to have lots of really good stuff to make videos about. So hopefully in the month of February we can make some simple basic projects for new smiths, do a few more advanced or intermediate projects, make some tools for the shop, maybe look at making some box jaw tongs. I'm going to try and come up with some good stuff for the month of February, and hopefully we can get back to that 20 video a month goal, or maybe even a video a day for the rest of the month, just so I can make up for lost time. But for today, I need to get back to work. I'm going to try and finish about 40 or 50 bottle openers today if I can. So I look forward to seeing you for future videos. In the meantime, I hope you can get out to your shop. I hope you can make something, but stay safe, wear your safety glasses. We'll see you for the next one.